Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. I want to go to the second part of the interview, and let's talk about the interviewer, Mike Hill. And he once used to work for ESPN. He was there during the Stuart Scott days, and he quickly left. I remember Mike Hill. He wasn't there very long, or at least he wasn't there long enough for anybody to remember him. But I remember Mike Hill. But Mike Hill talked about his experience with ESPN. Look, both him and Jamil Hill had very bad things to say about ESPN. They pretty much admitted that it was a plantation network. We've all been saying that. We've all told you that. And this further implicates Stephen A. Smith as being who he is. Stephen A. Fetchham, Stephen A. Snitch, Stephen A. Coon. And shout out to the brothers like Big Mike, Quest, Reef, General Africa. We've been on Stephen A. Smith helmet, Ticket TV. We told you about this dude. We told you what type of network he worked for. And Mike Hill pretty much admitted it. He told a very telling story. He basically, when he got on ESPN, when he was doing his segments, he said one of the, I guess, producers or executives at ESPN pulled him to the side and pretty much told him that he was too ghetto, and basically told him to whiten up his act. Sounds about white, huh? Because they basically said they already had somebody like that, and they basically was talking about Stuart Scott. And boy, Caudacity. See, I'm gonna talk about Orlando Jones probably in the next video. They go through this all the time, when you work for these networks. It take nerve for a white person to either tell you how black not to be or how black to be. That Key and Peele segment where they basically was talking about how British actors were taking all the roles from American black actors was kind of true. he, you had the producer saying that the dude who was from Britain was more authentic than the dude that was actually playing a gangster, saying he wasn't bond with him. But they really tell you this. Can you imagine being a black person and some white dude from the suburbs that's from a place like Aurora, Colorado or something, telling you, well, you know what? Guess what? Guess what? Rick, you know, you need to be a little bit more blacker. Because, I listened to the Wu-Tang album and you just don't seem, I'm just not buying what you're selling me as an actor. You don't seem gangster enough. You're going to look at this dude like he crazy. But they really do that. They really do that. Don't you remember Jim Lampley's famous line in that James Kirkland fight? James Kirkland he's going ghetto. That boy, Jim Lampley, boy, oh boy. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been warning you guys about this. You are not allowed to be black working on a white-owned network. You could just forget that. And it really comes down to how deep you willing to compromise yourself and your principalities, as they say. But, once again, thank you to Mike Hill for, just admitting and verifying what we've been saying about these networks. We're not crazy. We know what we're talking about. We don't be making this shit up. But now you see from a dude that actually used to work for ESPN. He told Jamel Hill they basically had a bet on who probably was going to get outed first. They said, you know what I'm saying? And apparently Mike Hill did. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.